If you haven't heard of it, Mariomon is a ROM hack where every Pokemon is now a Mario character. Today, I'm going to be doing a Nuzlocke. However, I'm not going to be doing hardcore because I'm not that good. The rules will be in the description. I just want to make a couple disclaimers here. I will be making fun of this game, but I thought it was really good and really well made. And also, I will be naming all of the captures after people on my Discord server and people who join my live streams. Anything I say about these captures is not related to that person. And that's all I have to say. Enjoy. To begin, I call myself Ryan because that's my name. Then Egad just keeps calling me Mario. Yeah, Egad has definitely seen better days. He then shows us our starter options, and you already know I had to go with the Bob-omb. And then I name it Airy after the person who showed me this mod. Then Luigi picks the Piranha plan and calls it Bitey. I then eat Luigi's ass, even though he had Bitey. If by eat Luigi's ass you mean beat him in a battle, then that's what I meant. I then get my first encounter, which is a Koopa, and I call it Twinkie Boy. I then go to the store and make sure I stock up on shrooms, because you can never have enough shrooms. In 1-2, I capture an Ant Trooper and call it PYS Mario, after Pink and Yellow Shadow Mario. Then in World 1 Underground, I capture a Brolder and call it Yams. At Peach's Castle, I capture a Buzzy Beetle and call it Uni. And I swear guys, there'll be more than just me saying the encounters I get and what I name them. Now inside the castle, Luigi becomes my partner, and I thought we were supposed to be brothers, but okay. So we have two pretty uneventful battles here, but I just want to point out, right, that I had this issue throughout the game where I had no clue what some captures types were. Like, I still have no clue what type Spike is, I just kind of ran with it, you know what I mean? And I'm telling you, I've played the entire game now. I've seen all the captures. And I still don't know all their types. With the help of Luigi, we take down Toadsworth's team. Bowser then finds out about this whole capture challenge, and then he gets pissed off at Peach for being outcasted again. I don't know, man. Bowser, you are kind of an asshole, to be fair. I take down Bowser's Goomba, then I take down his whatever the hell that thing is. Then Bowser sends himself out, which, you know what? Why can't I send Mario out? Like, come on, that was just a feature that could have been there, but just wasn't. Anyways, I take Bowser down, no problem. What? You really don't think I took Bowser out very easily? Come on, who do you take me for? You think I'd lie to you? But that's okay, because I have Nifty Killer Raw, and if you head on over there, link in description, you will see that I posted all the raw footage into a playlist as unlisted videos, because I also have really good videos over there, which is just normal gameplay, like the old stuff I used to do. So yeah, just go check out Nifty Killer Raw. After that battle, I realized Bowser was level 11, so I decided I needed to grind some of my Pokemon up, so I ran out to the grass and did that before I battled Peach. Oh, why don't you just use rare candies? Because I'm not a bitch. Okay, and also, I fully believe that rare candies, they're good in hardcore, but in a regular Nuzlocke, come on, that's part of the grind. You have to grind, because you'll lose Pokemon while grinding. It's inevitable. So, I feel like that's the better way to play. I grinded Uni and Twinkie Boy up to level 10, and Aries now level 13. That's just how it rolls, okay? First off, Peach sends out a Bidybud, and I'm like, alright, bet. That's like the easiest Pokemon to ever take out ever. I know these aren't Pokemon, but I'm going to call them Pokemon throughout the video by accident, so just roll with me. Bidybud, more like Biddy Dud, got him. Aw, look at the cute little baby Yoshi. Look how cute baby Yoshi is. Dead. Crazy D, more like Crazy Dead. So yeah, I beat Peach with no problems, and she gives me the first Power Star. She also gives me a Yoshi egg. I wonder what's inside the egg. For whatever reason, Peach's backyard is considered a different area, so I catch a beanie and call it Fawful. Okay, so while this isn't really an official team change, so I'm not going to update the layout, I will say I ended up only having 4 Pokemon on my team because of the egg, and I was trying to level up the Koopa Troopa. Basically, whenever he evolves, he would give you another Pokemon if you had an open slot in your party. While on my way to World 2, Luigi decided, hey, let's battle. So we battle. Chuck, more like you suck. Got him. Look, I didn't even need to swear for that one. I'm so proud of myself. Private got his private parts ripped off and beat to death by them. Bitey, more like Maxwell. Maxwell is my dog and he likes to bite me. That doesn't really have anything to do with it, but yeah, I won the battle. Airy also evolved into a Chuckya. Cool. Now in 2-1, I encounter a Biddybud and call it Gold because he pregnant man reacted me. That's what you get, Gold. Oh, I forgot to mention, in this game, there's the EXP share, which I'm not going to use because I'm not like that, you know? It's too easy. I'm all for a challenge. Not hardcore, though. I don't even like hardcore. Yeah, screw you, Gold. I'm watching you go on the PC right now. So that's what they've been fighting! So I ran back to Toad Town to pick up a couple things, you know, like some caps and some mushrooms. Oh, and then my baby Yoshi egg hatched. And I called it Yosh. After grinding up baby Yoshi, I fought this trainer, and oh no. And Fawful was the first death of this run. And then for some reason, instead of going for Vital Throw, I go for Flame Charge, which wouldn't be so bad, but it survives and has Steam Engine, so its speed drastically rose, so it's gonna outspeed me. I go out to Twinkie Boy hoping that Brolder misses and I can get a quick attack off. And to take the last boosted rollout, I sent out Uni because it was the only option I had, because I need Yosh alive. I don't want to spoil why, but I needed Yosh alive.
Fuck you.
You know, that what I did there, that edit was so funny. Because I've been watching Breaking Bad, right? And I just got a major spoiler getting that edit for you guys. So, you guys better be thankful for that. Anyways, I get Yam, Pink and Yellow Shadow Mario, and Gold on my team. Then I find Captain Toad and I save him at some point. In 2-2, my encounter's a Crazy D and I name it Spaghetti. Whoa, big surprise! Bowser's in this kingdom! What? I then find this toad that offers me a Poodoo Boo, which I buy for 500 coins, and then I name it Josh. Why do I name it Josh? Well, because at first I thought its name was Pooh Boy. I forgot to mention, while I was grinding, Pink and Yellow Shadow Mario evolved into a Horndyne, and so yeah, now he's kinda gas, not gonna lie. Wow, a parkour civilization reference. That's so funny. I go for the super nut and I fail because nobody makes the 2-block jump. Ha 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 ha. I find this so funny and amusing. While fighting a bully, I decided to go for Flame Charge because a bully would be a steel type, right? No, it's a rock type for some reason. And now it's going for rollout, so you know what's about to happen. Luckily for me, he missed his rollout, and Gold saved the day by letting me heal up Airy. So, Gold gets to see another day. Sorry, Spaghetti. I then put Josh on my team. I then find out that these red bullet bills are considered shiny, so Shiny Claws is applicable according to the game, so I catch it and call it Anthony. Anyways, we get to Daisy's flying ship. That's what this was building up to? Anyways, Bowser's pissed off at us and then battles us. I decided, after now losing my team twice to rollout, to go for my own rollout strat. And it failed miserably. At this point, you're probably wondering, why is he not just going out to his fire type? Well, Airy was already level 19, and I didn't want to just solo run with the Pokemon, so I was trying not to use her, but that didn't work out so well a lot of the time. Well, I killed the Mecha Poopa. Got him. My sweet baby put so much work into Toadie, or however the hell you pronounce it, but I couldn't risk losing my baby, so I switched out to Josh. I just really want to specify that I am not calling the real person Yosh my baby. I am calling the capture my baby because I'm protecting Yosh, who is the capture. I'm protecting baby Yoshi, okay? I swear. Yeah, that really sucks that Josh died that quickly. Josh is my boy, and he just died that quickly, but that's okay. So Josh's death was completely in vain. After the death of Anthony, I just decided to send out Aerie and kill Bowser. Like, come on, it was that simple, really. But I had to be like, no, it's too high of a level. And I still don't know what type Bowser is. You know, I understand that they called this character Photo, right? It makes sense. But why did they have to make his full name Frank Otto? I mean, that literally just makes me think of Anne Frank's father, Otto Frank. Come on, like seriously. Also, I know that because I had to read The Diary of Anne Frank and a drama class in the 9th grade. I don't know history like that, okay? I don't just think of historical figures when I hear names, I promise. I don't know why I really needed to specify that, okay? Like, I'm sure nobody cared that much. Yeah, after grinding, I found out I still had gold, which I completely forgot about. Anyways, Daisy makes me score on her, which, okay, I would do that again anytime you'd like. What? That wasn't me, guys, I swear. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Oh my god, that's Partners in Time's boss battle music. Well, my dear friend. It's actually not. It doesn't sound the same. Only a real Partners in Time expert like me would know. I really don't know what's going on with this music, but it's Partners in Time, but it's not the same. And it makes me sad, because I got a little excited, and then I was like, it's not the same. Daisy's battle was such an embarrassment, I'm not even gonna show it. It was just embarrassing for you, Daisy. Like, that was sad. Now as I'm off to World 3, Bowser decides to go off to World 4, but destroy the pipe. This doesn't really matter that much. I don't know why they made such a big deal out of that. I got a Cataquack as my encounter, which is great because I really needed a water type to help counter other types. Well, unfortunately, I had the misinput of the century and ran away from it. I grind my team up to level 20, and of course I didn't grind gold up. What do you take me for? Baby Yoshi now evolved into Yoshi. Who would have expected that? After mindlessly running around the city for 5 minutes, I find Wario, and turns out that this is a main quest that I have to do, even though a lot of the quests in this game are optional, so it was really confusing, and I wasn't even sure I had to do it, but I just said Wii Ball because I knew nothing else. Luckily, I was right. I find Jimmy T, and I have absolutely no clue what I was supposed to do here. They explain it to you, and then I do the same thing he does, but I'm still wrong. It didn't make sense. I swear, some movements would be mirrored, and other movements weren't. It made no sense. Then I run into Luigi, and we battle. Chuck Stack, more like Chuck... I got no joke. I really thought gold was gonna do more than that, but you know, it's gold, so I really don't care. Yosh comes in clutch and kills Bubbles, but man was that way too close for comfort. Nothing bad can ever happen to Yosh. If something bad happens to Yosh, I need you guys to riot. Private dies in one shot, which of course he does, it's private, he's useless. Bitey is no problem. I mean, he's a bit of a problem, but I have Aerie, so like, it's the easiest counter of my life. And quite frankly, I think any Pokemon could really take down Bitey. Anyways, I then go fight Ashley, and I actually totally know who Ashley is. I've totally played all the WarioWare games. Anyways, Ashley was no problem. I then successfully beat Jimmy T's challenge, and then beat up all his captures too, because I'm pissed off at him. I then do this part where I don't even use my own captures, so skip. So we finally get to Wario, and he accidentally summons Red from Pokemon. And I can't even diss this part. This battle is so sick, because you gotta like battle actual Pokemon with the captures, the Mario people. It's just so cool. Like, I'm so flustered even thinking about how cool this part was. I was just planning on cooking Red with Shadow Mario, but unfortunately he sent out Arcanine. So yeah, my Fury Cutter strat didn't work so hot. Especially considering Shadow Mario is 4 times weak to fire. Lapras Parish songs my sweet baby Yosh. I was so nervous, but it was okay. He was okay, don't worry. Not even close, bro. Like, I don't know why you guys worried. We defeat Red, and apparently that was just for fun because now we had to fight Wario. Don't worry, guys. Yosh was okay. I promise you, I would never let anything happen to my sweet Yosh. We love Yosh. Wario was a joke of a fight. I really don't get the hype for Wario and Waluigi. They are such overrated characters. On the way to World 4, Kamek tries to stop me, but little does he know, this video is never gonna stop, because I need this video, okay? Now in World 4, I have to start collecting purple coins. My encounter is a Sprangler, and I call it Freakwell. I also get the Good Rod, and then I go back to Diamond City and get a fishing encounter, which is Fish Bones, and I name it Purple. I could have gotten a Shrublet as my encounter. After some grinding, Freakwell evolved, and then I went and did this double battle. In case you're wondering who Freakwell evolved into, he evolved into that Mario Galaxy boss that's like really gross when you pop his pimples or whatever. Ugh. So, in case you're wondering what happened there, for Yosh's turn, I healed Aerie, and for whatever fucking reason, this game took that as I was healing Yosh, even though I picked to heal Aerie. So, Aerie just died for fucking nothing. But I said, okay, whatever, right? It's okay, we'll just bring her back. I'm sure there's a fucking way, even though it's Nuzlocke mode, I'm sure there's a way to bring her back. There isn't! I had to reload my save file after I had just grinded everything because that death was so fucking stupid. I'm not gonna lose because of it. Worst part is the save file I had was before I caught Freakwell in purple, so I was thinking, oh, bet, maybe I'll get a Shrublet. Nope, I actually still got the same 2 Pokemon, which, you know what, is way better than me getting 2 different Pokemon, okay? I then run into the Goomba and the Koopa from Bowser's Inside Story, and I decide that the Koopas are the right-hand man to Bowser, and then the Goomba wants to fight me for that. I buy the Koopa shell from this Toad. In 4-2, my encounter is a Phanto, and I catch it and call it N. In some cave, I encounter a Fang, and I call it Arthur and leave it in the PC. Now on Main Street, I find a casino.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it!
After spending 10 minutes gambling and losing 100 purple coins, I decided, alright, let's continue playing the game. I decided to grind up a little more and give Aerie 2 rare candies that were legal, not the illegal ones, and then she evolves into King Bob-omb. You know, I don't know why I was so surprised to find out that the Bob-omb evolved into King Bob-omb. We run into Bowser, and I assume he's upset he lost money in the casino. So, King Bob-omb kills him, obviously. I mean, come on, like, who would win, King Bowser or King Bob-omb? Well, probably King Bowser, but still, it's Mariomon. After completing the stupid gym puzzle, holy shit was it stupid, I was off to fight Waluigi. Well, that was a real lucky critical hit, wasn't it? That one hurt. That was the first death that really hurt, because Pink and Yellow Shadow Mario was such a good team member. But, to be fair, I feel like later game he wouldn't have been so helpful, and I already had a bug type, so yeah. And also, as I'm saying this, I just saw that Purple died. Jeez, this Porcupuffer's insane. As always, Yosh comes in clutch with the paralysis. But that was scary though. If he got a crit, my poor Yosh would have died. I would never let that happen though. So we take down the Porcupuffer, no problem. Well, obviously if you ignore that 2 of my captures died. Waluigi just had to flex his Shrubroid on me. I could have had one of those, but no, I got Freakwell instead. It's okay though. Obviously, Airy beat it because Mario 64 always does better on my channel than Partners in Time does. Unfortunately, N had to take one for the team so I could heal Airy's poison so she didn't die against this tank track Terrek. The Freakwell, that isn't mine. I still don't know how to say its name. But yeah, Airy's the most important member of the team, other than Yosh, of course. Look, I'm not even gonna lie. I get tired of waiting for that damn health bar to come down, okay? So sometimes I do a little bit of speed up, which will make the footage a little choppy when it's rendered, but it's okay, guys. Yosh takes down Huff and Puff because of course he does, it's Yosh. Swoop, more like poop. Got him. Yosh deals with Swoop easily. So we get the 4th Power Star, I add Arthur to the team, and then we're off to World 5. Who's this stupid monkey?
Yo, I Spy would not appreciate that, bro.
Guys, you don't understand how excited I am to say that I got Yukiki as my encounter, aka I Spy. Yes, of course I called him I Spy. I mean, it's literally I Spy. We then find Frank and Kamek. Now I know what you may be thinking. Who the hell's Frank? Well, it's Bowser. It's a pretty funny joke made in the game, but most jokes they make is a reference to something. Why are they just straight hating on Frank? Also, Luigi runs into Frank and Kamek, and now Luigi's all like, yo, I'll be your friend, and yeah. As I was grinding up my team because most of my captures were actually lower level than the wild encounters, Arthur ended up evolving into Poop. I mean Swoop. Now that the whole team was actually a usable level, I moved on. We run into these monkeys, and Captain Toad is all like, yo, you gotta fight these monkeys, and I'm like, okay, bet. And then Captain Toad's like, don't worry, I got you, I'm gonna help. I beat the guards with no help from Captain Toad, because he just wanted to play with the weather the whole time. This next part of the game has Captain Toad follow you around, which is actually really cool, because you can also split up from him, and he'll like do his own stuff, right? But like obviously you have to do it. But then you get to use his team and Mario's team. So for this, I decided Captain Toad doesn't count towards the Nuzlocke, but I will only be catching one Pokemon per route as him. That's what I felt like made the most sense. We then run into Bowser and his best friend Luigi. Luigi's sitting there making fun of Bowser, which is kind of crazy that Bowser just sits there and deals with it, but okay. I'm starting to notice how much music in this game is from Partners in Time, and I just respect that so much, you know? Partners in Time, great game. Unfortunately, they're not exactly correct. I want to say for copyright reasons, but I mean, look at the game I'm playing. In town, I get a water encounter, and it's a Skeeter, and I name it Hoverdam. I hate this thing. That's what you get for pregnant panning me, Hoverdam. This Yoshi launches Captain Toad from a Bill Blaster. What the hell is wrong with that, Yoshi? I get a Trunkle as my 5-2 encounter and call it Rage Jaw. So it turns out that this Yoshi's actually a really nice guy and gives me some advice on how to help Captain Toad. I feel really bad for blaming him for shooting the Bill Blaster now. So this is how people stop being racist. As Captain Toad, I found Donkey Kong. Oh, it's actually just a statue of him. Okay, that was a very nice statue. At the Banana Temple, I encounter a Cheap Chomp and call it Dean, who is my friend and editor. And he's not editing this. But yeah, it's Dean. Dean's cool. I just figured Cheap Chomp would be a powerful member of the team, so I decided to name it Dean. Dean then evolves into a Porka Puffer. In the Safari Zone, my encounter is a Jabby, which is stupid, because there was also a Rex that I could have got, but since I caught one as Captain Toad, the frickin' Nuzlocke decided, nah, that's Dupes, bro. Which, first off, I've always thought Dupes was optional, but some people are like, it's not optional. It makes no sense. Why isn't it optional? Anyways, I digress. I catch this Jabby, and I name it Pee-Pee after Freakwell, but he started pregnant manning me, so he gets a shitty Pokemon name. So we run into Bowser and Kamek, and then all of a sudden, Bowser couldn't see Captain Toad. I get it's supposed to be funny, it just doesn't make sense. World 5, they just stopped caring about what made sense is what I'm seeing. Every other world is fine, but World 5, they were like, no, we're just going to be completely random. So I guess Kamek decided he wanted to fight Bowser as well. Anyways, Yosh takes down the Paratroopa, and Toad's Hammer Bro just annihilates the Chain Chomp. Like, now he's finally doing something. Well, isn't this a worrying fight? Yeah, Kamek's a real pain in the ass. And now all of Captain Toad's captures are dead, so it's now a 2v1 against their best captures. Without any time to mourn Freakwell's death, I was just happy that I made sure I poisoned Bowser before he died. But still, I had Kamek healing Bowser every time he got low, so it was a real shit show. The combination of Kamek and Bowser was fairly deadly against Eri. Yes, she was at 1 HP, and it was very, very worrying. But Yosh was able to take the attacks better than Eri. We love you, Yosh. So, I command Yosh to go for a body slam, and all I need is a para on Kamek, and Yosh comes through. As always. Unfortunately, due to Breaking Swipe lowering attack, it was really hard to do damage on these two. But the poison would slowly whittle Bowser down. Until Kamek healed him, of course. And the stall fest of praying that I don't run out of items was over. I just had to wait for Bowser to die. So it was still a stall fest. Bowser somehow blames Kamek for them losing, despite the fact that Kamek was the only reason why that fight took so long. Donkey Kong comes along and Bowser gets arrested. So Captain Toad looks over at me and says, "Here, have all my captures." And I'm like, sweet, I'm gonna get your hammer, bro. But then he tells me he's keeping his hammer, bro. And I'm like, shit. So I'm not gonna use the other captures. It just doesn't feel right. And also, considering I did actually lose a battle as Captain Toad, they are all definitely dead. Also, weird thing, Freakwell didn't get turned into a ghost. Freakwell I could still technically use, but obviously he died in the Nuzlocke, so I still threw him in the death box. After some grinding, I go fight Donkey Kong, and of course I win no problem, because I have Eri, who's a fire type, and Donkey Kong uses grass types. In World 6, I capture a bully and call it Silver, because I thought it was a steel type. It's somehow only a rock type. How does that make sense? I get a minion as my next encounter and call it Noise. After almost 30 minutes of running around like a headless chicken, I found out, oh, this is how you move ahead. I get a Thwomp as my encounter here, and I name it Sky. I run into Kamek here, and I'm ready to kick Kamek's ass. I swear every time I fight Kamek, I lose a Pokemon. And for once, I can say, I beat Kamek, no problem. And holy shit, I am in New Donk City. This looks immaculate. Like, it's so well made. I just gotta glaze it here. Like, this recreation of New Donk City is amazing. And I also just love Mario Odyssey, so maybe that's why I'm glazing it so much. Now I decided it was time to fight Luigi. I'd destroy Chuck Stack, obviously. Eri takes Bitey down no problem, but it is worrisome that it has acrobatics. Okay, so I know Rage was 8 levels below, but come on, Rage was holding his own there until all of a sudden this frickin' water type has a fire type move. Come on. So I blew bubbles. I spy monkeys around and Yoshisaurus dies, of course. I didn't even notice this while I was playing because I thought the game was about to crash, but I Spy just got robbed of a level. Like, what the hell? Like, it's pretty ironic, huh? After Dean beats Private, we beat Luigi. I ended up adding Silver to the team. I got Yosh to level 50, and now you guys are gonna find out why Yosh has been my little baby this whole run. That's right. If you get Yoshi to level 50, he evolves into none other than Yube. And I got that spoiled for me, unfortunately. But I don't know if I would have treated Josh like a little baby if I didn't, so maybe it's a good thing. If it isn't obvious, Partners in Time is my favorite Mario and Luigi game. So when I found out I had a chance to get Yube, I needed to make sure I got Yube. And I did. Not to mention the fact that Yube in this game is busted. Let me tell you that. Yube is my GOAT. Now in the sewers, I ended up running away from my encounter. And now I know what you're thinking. How the hell did you do that? Well, what happened was every other encounter I had in the sewers before this was dupes, supposedly. Despite the fact that I haven't seen most of these Pokemon, but since a Pokemon I once had evolved into that Pokemon, it was considered dupes, which is cap. That would be considered species clause, but okay. And dupes should be optional, but no. Okay, whatever. I think it's stupid, okay? We find Bowser in the sewers for some reason. Why the hell is he in the sewers? Anyways, so we managed to be able to watch this without him seeing us, which, okay, sure, we can deal with that. No one in the crowd saw us, whatever, right? Everyone's just really focused on Bowser. But then, of course, Bowser tells us, yeah, guys, with this plan, we're using Luigi to get all the stars, and then we're going to steal it from him. I beat that Koopa guy, no problem. That Goomba guy I beat, no problem. And that Shy Guy I beat, no problem. I really set myself up for disaster with that one, huh? I then go fight Pauline, and I literally just sweep it with Airy. Easiest battle of my life. Luigi and I now go to World 7, which is the Comet Observatory, and the rest of outer space, but still, the Comet Observatory is the main spot. I get a penguin as my encounter, and why is it looking at me like that? Anyways, I call it Blaze.
That's what I'm saying! Google, show me this guy's balls.
Whoa! I find this toad and push him into outer space, and that was pretty funny. Oh. They ruined it with an Among Us reference. What is this, 2022 Nifty Killer? I encounter as a knot? I don't know how to say this thing's name. Anyways, I catch it and name it Lumpy. So in World 7, I have to go find and kill Lumas so they give me silver stars. And Dean was carrying throughout this. I would just Poison Fang everything, because pretty much everything here was a fairy type. And it was just amazing. Thank you, Dean. Okay, I may have forgotten that Yube was a dragon type, okay? That was scary. Okay, so it may be confusing what happened there because I was speeding up. But what happened was I was out of rock slides and I was using head charge, which does recoil. And then that little ice thing killed poor old Silver. And it was really sad too because I was literally so close to level 40 and he would have evolved. But yeah, I'm sorry, Silver. But hey, I added Blaze to the team. After killing the 5 Lumas, I go fight Rosalina. Well, that wasn't a good start. Blaze and I Spy are able to tactically take down Luma. The Star Bag puts up a good fight, but Yosh handles it with ease. I tried to call I Spy and inform him of his death. Unfortunately, he didn't pick up because he's a stupid monkey. But yeah, this one hurt. It was very sad to watch I Spy die.
Yo.
Dean, I regret to inform you that you died.
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I need an explanation.
Lubba went for Psychic.
What happened?
Okay. Luckily, Arthur, who was 11 levels below, came in and pursued it to death. Eri kills Mr. I, and how is Mr. I a female? That feels like an oversight. But to be fair, Eri's also a dude in this, so does it really matter? I had to send Blaze out to get rid of Yash's burn, so unfortunately Yux did kill Blaze, which sucks because if it wasn't a crit, it would have been fine, but whatever. Yash barely takes Yux out, but it's okay because Yux sucks. Got him. And with that, I defeated Rosalina. Now if any of you call her mommy in the comments, I'm gonna be pissed, because she killed 2 of my closest friends. After the massacre, I added Lumpy, Noise, and Sky to the team. Noise then evolves into Histocrat. Kamek and Bowser Jr. then kidnap Luigi, but offer him mushroom pizza. Dude, can I get kidnapped? I get a Hammer Bro as my encounter, and I'm super excited for this because I really wanted a Hammer Bro. So I named it Jeffy, not after the SML character, after my friend, whose real name isn't even Jeffy. Lumpy evolves and literally just changes its skin color. It kind of pissed me off. I grinded up my team and Lumpy and Jeffy both died, so yeah, that's my new team right there. And yeah, since I spent like an hour grinding, Yash was a little high leveled, I'm not gonna lie. Out of the new members of the team, Noise really stood out. Like, he's up there with Eri and Yash. It's amazing. And speaking of Yash, I just found the Dragon Claw TM. Nothing was standing in the way of Yash. Yeah, so Noise died. Like, and to be fair, that was entirely my fault. Like, I saw the Chain Chomp had already got a couple bulk ups off. I don't know what I was doing, honestly. I'm sorry, Noise. With no other choices, I added PP to the team. Surprisingly, the second floor of the castle is considered a new area. So, I got a Goomba stack as my encounter, and I called it Galabo. Why can't I remember how to say this name? Galbo. That's I don't even think that's how I normally say it, but sure. So, for the most part, the castle was pretty uneventful, so I get the Bowser key and get ready to go fight Bowser. At this point, the game decides to tease us with a Bowser Jr. fight, but of course we wouldn't do that because that'd be too awesome, I guess. With a bulk up and a storm throw, Eri kills Chain Chomp. He then shows us our starter options, and you already know I had to go with the Bob-omb. And then I name it Eri after the person who showed me this mod. Eri also evolved into a Chuckya. After the death of Anthony, I just decided to send out Eri and kill Bowser. Like, come on, it was that simple, really. Bitey is no problem. I mean, he's a bit of a problem, but I have Eri, so like, it's the easiest counter of my life. Because that death was so fucking stupid, I'm not gonna lose because of it. And then she evolves into King Bob-omb. Who would win, King Bowser or King Bob-omb? Well, probably King Bowser, but still, it's Mariomon. Full HP. Tri-attack. Killed Eri. I don't even know what to say about that. Like, I sped up because I thought, okay, right, Eri has a lot of health. It's not gonna kill. One-shotted. I clearly don't know Pokemon well enough to understand why Tri-attack would one-shot, but that death hurt a lot. Not just because of the attachment to my starter, but because really it was carrying. After that, I never wanted to see Kamek again, so I just sent Yash out, and I decided Yash was gonna kill the rest of his Pokemon. Okay, so I guess I decided to let Arthur kill the Sumo Bro. Not even close. I don't know why you guys were worrying there. This stupid weird mecha thing is starting to piss me off. I really thought Galbo would hold up better than that. Hover Dam finally served his purpose and died, but he let me heal Yash, which let me take down the Mecha Chomp, so we're good. Yash takes down the Bonsai Bill, and then Yash takes down Bowser, and I just found out that Bowser's a Dragon type, which, you know what, makes sense. I mean, I expected Fire type as well, but okay. Bowser then turns into Giga Bowser, and me and Luigi have to beat him. Honestly, Luigi just completely destroyed Bowser. Well, I guess welcome back, PP. Peach congratulates us on getting all 8 stars, but it's like, was it worth it? All my friends have died. I raised Yosh's attack IVs, I guess. Now on Rainbow Road, I get a Yux as my encounter. And this is my last encounter, and I decided to name it Jacob after Jacob Jarvis, aka Limp Bizkit Man. Now, it is at this moment that I want to make an apology to Orange Toad. I don't know how. I completely forgot to name a Pokemon after them. And I feel really bad because they're very active in the Discord server and my streams. So I'm sorry, Orange Toad. Oh my god, they were probably watching this video and like, oh, I can't wait to see what I get named after. Nope. I get to the end of Rainbow Road, but then I have to fight Luigi. Chuckstack got eradicated. I may not have had Airy, but I still beat Bitey no problem. Bubbles was still easy. Yosh is still better than Yoshisaurus. And Private still sucked ass. I would call them the B team, but that would be an insult to the B team. This is the Z team.
I've exhausted every evil plan in my filing cabinet. From A to Y.
A to Y?
Yeah, A to Y, you know, the alphabet.
What about Z?
Z,
Z, the letter after Y.
W, X, Y, Z. Plan Z, here it is!
And also, I decided to finally cave in and use the rare candies, because I wasn't grinding these losers up. Okay, I'm sorry, they're not losers, but they're definitely not my first choice. Well, with Yosh, Arthur, Sky, PP, and Jacob, I was ready to take on the Elite Four. I also used an ability capsule on Sky, and now Sky has the Reckless ability, which makes it so when they use moves with recoil, they don't take recoil damage. And then I taught them Head Smash. And the first member of the Elite Four was Toadsworth. His dinosaur thing was no match for my dinosaur thing. Wait, what? That could have been the Nuzlocke gone right there, but it was okay. Yosh was able to take down his actual dinosaur. His Yube was nothing to my Yube. I gave Yosh a break and let Jacob take down his other T-Rex. Mama was scary, but Sky was able to take it down. On to the next member of the Elite Four, and it's Kamek. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Kamek, Kamek, Kamek. Yeah, Jacob got absolutely eradicated, but at least he got a light screen up. Don't worry, Sky made it nighttime. Yosh took down Blarg. I love that name, I want a Blarg. Yosh took down What's-His-Face, no problem. Oh, Kamek, I made sure I was embarrassing him. I sent out Pee-Pee. Oh, so Sky took Kamek down with a head smash, but Kamek is part flying type. Because I was told that he was only Psychic, but he's part flying type. Sky took down the inferior Yoshi evolution, and just like that, I beat Kamek for the last time. But damn, Kamek massacred me one last time. Next up was Professor Egad. Arthur effortlessly takes down Twiller. Damn. Not Arthur. I just remember all the times we had together. In some cave I encounter a Fang and I call it Arthur and leave it in the PC. Arthur effortlessly takes down Twiller. Wait, you're telling me Arthur has been on my team for over half this video and that's all he had? Wow. Sky takes down the Mad Piano. This bruiser was a pain in the ass with close combats and swaggers, but I was able to out-heal him. And then also, now I have +6 attack on Yosh. Bye-bye, King Pooh. Man, I would have really loved to use King Boo. I defeat Eerie, and then I officially beat Egad. I then fight the fourth and final member of the Elite Four, Princess Peach. I use her leading Yoshi to my advantage and set up 3 spikes. Sky takes down Yoshi. Yosh takes down the Spindrift. Birdo didn't even stand a chance. Chincho was no She also gives me a Yoshi egg. I wonder what's inside the egg. Oh, and then my baby Yoshi egg hatched. And I called it Yosh. I need Yosh alive. I don't want to spoil why, but I needed Yosh alive. Baby Yoshi now evolved into Yoshi. Who would have expected that? Nothing bad can ever happen to Yosh. If something bad happens to Yosh, I need you guys to riot. Don't worry, guys. Yosh was okay. I promise you, I would never let anything happen to my sweet Yosh. We love Yosh. As always, Yosh comes in clutch with the paralysis. Yosh was able to take the attacks better than Aerie. We love you, Yosh. That's right. If you get Yoshi to level 50, he evolves into none other than Yube. I failed Yosh. I promised to protect him. And I didn't. Against Destiny Bond, which I've never seen in this game until this point. Peach's last Pokemon was a Hammer Bro, and great, a fighting type against my rock type. But somehow, Sky manages to pull through, and we are off to the champion. And just as I was expecting, Luigi was the champion. Luigi starts with a Shorepoo, so I hoped I could set up spikes on him, but unfortunately his Earthquakes did way too much damage. After 5 minutes of a sped up stall fest, Luigi sends out Super Pyroar instead. Super Pyroar, sorry. I know I could just go back and fix it, but it took me so many attempts for that last one. But it knocked off my Twisted Spoon. Now you may be wondering why I had a Twisted Spoon on a swamp. Well, what happened was there's this glitch where anytime a Pokemon died, if it was holding an item, the item would be moved to another Pokemon, but it was like duplicated because you couldn't get the item off of it, and then you'd lose the item it was holding. So yeah, I killed that stupid bird. And then What's-His-Face finally struggled to death. Sky got to level 60 and actually learned Magnet Rise, and I decided to get rid of Spice because I didn't need it anymore. Luigi's Royal Scar wasn't too hard to take down. Luckily, I had that ability capsule. And now we have Stallfest 2.0, but this time I can't get critted or else it's over. Luckily, Mr. Fish missed an Aqua Tail and I was able to get a nice head smash off and nearly died to his rough skin. Luckily, I stocked up on golden mushrooms. I was able to take Mr. Fish down. Then Luigi picks the Piranha Plant and calls it Bitey. And with a critical hit from Bitey, Sky fainted. And that marked the end of my run. It was 2 Pokemon left in the champion. Overall, I have to say, this game, really fun. Definitely worth playing. There is a few glitches, and I do find the humor in it a little cringe, but look who's talking. But yeah, definitely check it out. And hey, if you like this game a lot, I'll have you know, I'm going to be doing something with it soon on my other channel, Nifty Killer Raw, so go check that out. And hey, if you made it to the end of the video, please just drop a like, and why not subscribe? I mean, I do a lot of content like this all the time, so